This is part 1 of section 6. This part discusses how to extend your writing from the short compositions of the last two sections into something longer. Each of the 3 paragraph essays you wrote for the last section was about 1 page in length. This means you have already written several coherent 1-page essays. Though this may seem insignificant, it is actually a great achievement. Anyone can write pages and pages of rambling sentences, and many do in all types of papers. And we've all experienced whole textbooks filled with indecipherable techno gibberish. But in stark contrast to these, you have now written clearly and concisely on a few topics. Writing something of length is easy enough, but writing something with clarity is difficult. Nevertheless, few subjects can be explained in 1 page, and so you must learn to write several pages but still maintain the same degree of clarity. With this in mind, your next step is to apply the skills you learned in the last few sections to longer compositions. In this section, you'll extend your writing beyond the single page. You will write essays with 3 to 5 paragraphs in the body, and then frame each essay with an introductory paragraph and a concluding paragraph. You will go through the same steps as section 4 when constructing individual paragraphs. You will go through the same steps as section 5 when composing the introduction and conclusion paragraphs, and then joining them to the main body. Finally, as with these shorter essays, you will start these longer essays by determining an overall theme or problem statement. So far, this is all familiar territory to you. Where the multi-page essay differs is that along with having an overall theme, you now have a set of sub-themes in the body. Each paragraph has its own theme, and each of these themes is called a sub-theme in the overall paper. Just like a complex problem has several smaller problems, or stages, that need to be solved, so a theme tends to have several interconnected sub-themes upon which it depends. Each sub-theme is subordinate to the overall theme and relates to the other sub-themes, and so we must consider how the flow of logic will operate in this context. As with a 3-paragraph essay, there needs to be a logical sequence of thought from one paragraph to the next. Since there are multiple body paragraphs, this means that you need to ensure a logical sequence of thought from one body paragraph to the next. To aid this logical sequence of thought, you use a topic question. Whereas a theme defines your topic and its scope, a topic question acts like an implied question but for the whole essay. That is, the essay as a whole is the answer to the topic question, just as a sentence in a short paragraph is the answer to an implied question. Furthermore, a subtheme defines the topic and scope for one of the short paragraphs, and its subtopic question is the implied question for that paragraph. Just as each sentence should bring to mind an implied question that is then answered by a subsequent sentence, so each paragraph should bring to mind an implied question that is then answered by the subsequent paragraph. This is how you ensure a proper logical progression and continuity of thought from paragraph to paragraph, and it parallels how you would solve a complex problem, one stage at a time.